Welcome back everyone to the Minecraft Hardcore Challenge for June of 2019, where we are to convert an island into a nice little home. First thing I want to do is make sure that there are no creepers around to give us a good morning greeting. I don't see any, of course, with creepers. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're safe. I am supposed to find an island at a minus 476. Just down this way. So maybe I didn't see the island there. I thought I had seen the island, but apparently not. Let us head out this way. Oops. Oops. Oh, okay. Don't kill myself, that's for sure. Okay, I am spun around in the wrong direction. Yeah, I am. Alright. Yeah, moving in the wrong direction. Alright, because I need to go to 184. Once I get oriented properly. I don't know what was I doing there. Alright, so obviously it has to be down in this direction. 400 and... Oh, is this the island? 476. This is 476. Okay, this is minus 476. 184. Yeah, this is the island. Alright. When it said a... see... I must admit that I was expecting the island to be a little bit smaller than this, but... and I'm to turn this into a... Alright, perhaps I took the instructions a little bit more literally than I thought. When it said to turn it into a home, I thought we were supposed to create a house that was the island, but apparently I think instead... no, it says, yes, turn the island into a nice house without cutting down any of the dark oak trees. Well, yeah. I could see turning this into a home, but turning this into a house might be a bit extreme. It's also a nice little hill, so I can create my mines and all of that all around it without any trouble. I do have plenty of source. See, you do have a potential... we have red mushrooms that we could raid without any trouble. Good. I don't see any brown mushrooms anywhere around. Oh, actually, that might be a brown mushroom right up there. So I do have a couple places where I might be able to get some mushrooms for food. So that'd be fine. Now, I cannot chop down any of the dark oak trees. I think that means I have to work around them and survive their presence and all of that stuff. So that's what we'll do. We will get this out. But I could chop down any oaks that are here without violating that rule, because it just says don't chop down any of the dark oaks. I'll right, any other dark oak trees would be fine. Just want to make sure I have plenty of light here. Good. And then I'm sure I'm going to miss 3 or 4 spots where creepers are going to spawn and give me a bad day. Because that's what creepers love doing. They love creeping up on you and going, boom, surprise! Just gives them as little opportunity to do so as possible. And that way you're thoroughly surprised when you find out the one location that you missed. Right. Okay, good, 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 good. But at least food won't be a problem this month, which is always nice. But now we need to make a plan. And I have no idea what that plan is going to be. But first thing to do is to chop down the regular oak trees so I can use them for wood. And anyway, this is supposed to be a dark oak island. I'll say that the instructions, they were there so that we have a pure dark oak island. Well, at least that's the way I'm going to interpret them. Now, one of the tricky things here is making sure I get rid of the regular oak leaves without damaging the dark oak ones. And besides, if I get a apple or two along the way, I wouldn't argue with that. Of course, if I do need dark oak to build with, there's plenty of dark oak off the island. Some people were concerned about the limitation on chopping down the trees, but yeah, I figured even though this island is larger than I was expected, I was still expecting it to be a smallish island. I think I'll call this the border of the regular oak versus the dark oak from the point of view of taking down the leaves. All right, if the leaves look ugly, it probably means that they were to the other tree. Okay, I will go with that. Good, and that means I've used up half a stack of these already. And of course, I could always fish. Of course, that requires me to find some string, which is always a little bit of a challenge there. All right, good. Now, turning this into a house. Hmm, that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. Now, is this a dark oak? No, that is a regular oak. That did seem a little bit. One of the things I might do is if I can get some more dark oak saplings, I could always plant a couple extra dark oaks. I won't be able to chop it down after I plant it, but the rules say nothing about not adding any dark oaks. It's just that you can't subtract dark oaks. Just to make that little thing clear on there. All right, good. Because the idea there is that could act as my roof for the whole thing. Because the challenge is called Roofed Island. So the question is it roofed because it's in a roofed forest? Or I was thinking of the possibility that I was required to build a roof over the island, but no. There is absolutely no way. It would have to be a much, much smaller island in order for that to be even feasible. So I'm not even going to try to do that. All right, I think I've got everything done here. Good. Good. And about there. Yeah. And one more here because I am going to be wanting to use oak because I need that because I'll be building out of dark oak obviously because that's what's available, but having some nice oak highlights will be really nice. Now, how am I doing with apples? Just one apple so far. Well, that's more important to have up here than the mushrooms at the moment. Good. Now let's see. How are we doing for time? It is getting pretty close to sunset, which means I'll need to be getting underwater. Now I don't have to worry about phantoms yet because they won't be coming out for a couple of more nights until I've failed to sleep for 3 nights. And this is, I've only so far failed to sleep for one night. All right. But we do have those regular mobs such as zombies and creepers. The creepers are especially going to be a real pain. So let's see. What would be an ideal spot to use as my entrance to the under area? To the underside. Actually, that's right. Turn the island into a house. As for turn the island into a house. Hobbit hole. Right? Hobbit hole. I think that follows what was said. Hmm. Well, it might be more of a dwarven dwelling, considering all the stone that is here, than a hobbit dwelling, but all right, close enough. Did I'm going to be needing a new pickaxe, apparently. That's right, I think the stone one broke just as we were finishing off the last episode, wasn't it? Well, I suppose that's always possible. Let's see here. There you go. Good. Now, let's see what we have here. We've got actually two pickaxes might be a good idea in this case because we know the first one's going to break before the end of the episode. So why should we fool around and pretend like that's not going to be the case? And let's dig down and see if we could find some iron. And hopefully we don't have a sudden little drop as we almost found in the previous episode. Good. But I figure building a house into here might be a good little plan. Now, this is about actually all as deep as we need to go. Now, if this little underground section is going to be the house, then we need to decide what we're going to do. Well, what we need is to have some headroom here. All right, good, 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 good. And yes, especially here. I figure 3 up would be perfect for all of that. And now, good. Now we went here and here. Oh, we need some stairs. What do you need for a stone cut? Oh, you need iron for a stone cutter, of course. Duh. You need iron to make a stone cutter. Actually, cobble. I don't think I want cobble for my walls. Or for the stairs. For the stairs, the perfect material, I think, would be diorite. Good. Let's see. We 2 sets of diorite. If we're playing under 1.14, we might as well use what we've got available. Of course, that really makes that look bad. So let's take care of that too. All right, there we go. Good, so this could be our nice little floor that we have down to the area. Good. Now I am going to get the dimensions of the island in order to determine exactly what size it is, because I certainly don't want to go too far out of it, though I suspect that I'm not really high enough in order to I'm not low enough in order to avoid the river, so I'm pretty sure that I am going to have absolutely no trouble staying in the right area here. Now I was thinking here, okay, we've got this. The walls are probably have to make out another material. As for the ceiling here, I don't think I should make that out of diorite. How about andesite? Now the question is for andesite, do I want polished andesite or unpolished andesite? Let's have a look at the polished andesite. Oh yeah, I like that. All right, so I'm going to be wanting some polished andesite then. Up for the top there. Good. Good. And I think we want there. So it's right. That. That's 1, 2, 3. Because I started out with only 2 high, and then it expands to 3 high as I get down here. Actually, that makes sense there. That way we get into the full size of our hall as we're doing it. All right, good, and just a little bit more there. Maybe I should just do the whole lot that way. That way I don't have to worry about it. Perfect. Now I'm also of course, going to need mine. So I have to think of what kind of rooms I'm going to have. I'll probably have 3 primary rooms sides on here. One is going to be the work area. One is going to be the recreational area, and then straight on would be the mines. Actually, the mines will probably come out from the work area, and I don't want to continue along going in that way. So let us. Actually, it was probably a very poor place in order to do that. It probably have been better to do here. What I have to do is I'll have to take care of that. Since I'm inevitably going to misplace a couple of stones, how about if I just cook 8 cobble? That way I have some extra stone in which to do stuff. Walls. What can I do with smooth stone? Yes. All right. I'll probably convert some of that stone into smooth stone and have some smooth stone walls in there. That's an idea. All right, because let's see, we want that. But for now, we'll go in 3 deep so we can work on that, and then we can expand out into what we want, and we could do the same thing on the other side. Good. And then this way. And that sort of give us a nice beginning on what we're planning on here. Now, I think we're getting near the end of our episode for today. And hopefully between episodes, I have an opportunity more to think of what would be the best way to handle that. I said work for this side and... Right, yeah, this could be our work hall, and this could be our home side. Probably between what I do during the next episode is to take a survey of where this is relative to the island and how much space I have to work with. Since I'm turning the island into a home, that's what I'm going to need to do. Is turning the island into a home means I should stay within the boundaries of the island as much as possible. So next episode, I'm going to take a little bit of survey to find out what the edges are. And when I come back down here, then I could appropriately assign where I put the work area, the living area, and anything else. But that's the end of today's episode, and we'll see what's going to happen next. And now it is day 2, so I'll see you next time for the Minecraft Parkour Challenge for June of 2019.